Okay, we're live now. So, hi everybody. This is the New Earth AC community chat, and I'm here with this beautiful lady, Alexandra, and she's going to tell us all about who she is and how she began doing all her energy work and how she came to the place that she is at this very moment. So, take it away, Alexandra.
Take it away. You think it's so easy. Yes, thank you so much.
No, it's probably like we'd be here all
Yay!
24
Yay!
hours for you to really explain, but in a
Yeah,
nutshell.
yeah. Thank you so much. Well, I'm Alexandra Tabaczynska. I was born in Poland in 2010. I moved to England, and that's how my journey starts. From England, I learn Reiki. I learn quantum healing. I quit my day job. I got divorced. Then I left my partner. Then I moved to Portugal. I start from Madeira, beautiful island. From Madeira, I went to Azores 3 years ago. Get back to Portugal, Azores, and now I'm in Poland. So it's very, very short and very quick journey. It was, I think.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what is your favorite thing? What is the thing that makes your heart sing that you do?
channeling.
Channeling. And you channel somebody that everybody knows. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, I channel Cryon, and I think that many people knows the energy of Cryon, the frequency of Cryon. And I'm very honored to always, every time he channels through me, I'm very, very honored because it's a huge learning for myself, yes, and huge expansion for myself. But I also, because it's the quantum channeling, yes, so I channel Pleiadians. And sometimes during my trance channeling, so, my consciousness is somewhere behind the scenes, yes, and the entity is all you can see. And so in trance channeling, many beautiful energies came through, yeah, like Yeshua, Mother Mary, and Marilyn Monroe, Brigitte Bardot, Michael Jackson, and so it's broad, yes, it's very broad, yes, but it's always everything about love, everything about support, um, for old souls, for light workers, for this now, for this now, yes, for the change which is on earth.
Yes. So out of all the people that's come through for you, which one was the one that really caught you by surprise? Like, when you channeled that entity, you went, wow, I can't believe I'm talking to this one. Which one was that?
I think she went frozen.
Oh, Alexandra.
I said I'd come in while she's waiting because Alexandra's connection is she's in Poland and her connection is a little bit funny right now. So I said I'd come in.
I'm back.
Are you back? Okay.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
What I was asking you was which person or which entity that came through caught you by surprise when you went, wow, can't believe they're channeling through me. Which one was
Brigitte
that?
Bardot. Brigitte Bardot. It happened about 2 months ago, and I felt like since morning, yes, I felt like, I'm so sexy, I'm so beautiful. I was like, smoking ciggy, like, yes, and I felt, yes, and I was like, I'm going totally crazy, right? I'm going totally crazy, yes, but I went with this, with the flow, with the energy, like learning, being a woman, like appreciating myself as a woman, right? And then, Yeshua came in, Marta came in, and then suddenly was Brigitte Bardot and Marilyn Monroe as the light energies, yes, and it was like, wow, yes, I think that was the most.
I channeled Marilyn once, which I don't really tell anybody about. I channeled her for a while. Well, I still do. She comes whenever I say her name, but she's an everyday person, and she's very wise.
Yes,
You wouldn't.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and she just played the game. She was very, very wise.
Yes.
Yeah, her heart was very. She listened to her heart and I think that just kind of her world got turned upside down because of who she was inside, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
She, I think she's remembering herself very much like as you said, as a woman, right? Not
Yeah,
as a goddess or sex symbol, but as a
yeah,
woman, as a very much human. Yes, yeah, that's how
yeah,
she.
and she was like so down to earth and kind and loving.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
very, it
yes.
surprised me. She was one that surprised me, that because I also channel too, and I do a lot of automatic writing. And yeah, she surprised me when she came through, that she's available to help people with self-esteem issues, because that's what she lived with when she was here on the earth, you know, to help women come back into their power and know who they truly are. Yeah. So, what are some of the other things that you do besides channeling?
She's gone again, Bonnie.
This is going to be a genie session. Pop in, pop out, pop in, pop
Yeah,
out.
I'm in the middle of sharing this out to people. And if anybody's watching this, please share this out to other
I'm
places,
almost there.
because
I'm almost there.
there she is. She's almost
There
there.
you
Yeah.
are. She's back.
Yes. All
Where
right.
was
Yeah.
you? Well, I was saying, what is some of the other gifts that you have that you offer people?
Well, offer which I really offer to people, to my friends, and the channeling, right?
Uh-huh.
And also the Pleiadian. So the healing which is coming from the energy of Pleiades, yes, that's the quantum healing which I offer as much as possible to on my YouTube channel or Facebook, yes. If I feel like doing the meditations or share something, the words, yes, maybe not the words of wisdom, because I think, yeah,
Yeah.
it is wisdom, but it's the the compassion and the love and the good vibes, yes, generally
Yeah.
speaking, yes.
When you
Yeah.
meet someone, do you immediately get information for that person, or is it only if they are, you know, coming to you for a healing or something? How I guess I'm asking, how does your gifts work?
That's a very good question for me. That's awesome question. I love it. I love it because as a Akashic reader, right?
Hmm.
It's for me. It's very easy. Like I can look at you. I can tell you a story. Yes, I'm telling the story to people. Yes, and at the beginning, like a year ago, when it came to me with Pleiades resonance, right? I was absolutely not prepared for it, because every person I met, I automatically was reading the Akashi of that person, yes? And
Uh-huh.
for me, it was really, really hard, because I was going through the, Akashi, yes? So I was there, and I was like, and it was hard for me for personally, yes? And then I start learning how can I put the barrier, yes? So I don't have to um, read the Akashi every person if I don't want to, right?
So
So
you made it.
now
You,
I have
you have a
the switch.
key, so
I
that you
have the
can,
switch
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
I
I
say
do the
I'm
same.
ready, and then I'm in the session, right?
Right. I do the same. I work in Akashic Records too. And
Mm-hmm.
but my guides kind of help me with it, because like the minute somebody decides they're going to come to me, they just start downloading things. And so
Yes.
by the time they get in front of me, I kind of know where we're going to go, but we just still have the talk. But um,
Uh-huh.
so and they don't like how it works for me is just I sitting
Mhm.
here talking to you. They're not going to
Yes.
give me your information unless
Mhm.
you were going to do something with me. So that's how it works for me. So I didn't have to go through that switch that you had to go through. And
Yes.
I don't know what's worse. What do you think's best? Would you rather it only come to you if they're doing a session with you, or would you rather it be you be able to turn the switch on and off?
I really don't know how to answer, because in the quantum field, yes, I am always connected with everyone, as Marta does, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can do switch for my personal level, right? On my personal level. But for example, if I'm on Facebook, yes, and someone start talking to me, I like immediately got the impact by that person, right? So like is it like a star seed? Is it like a Akashic? Something has to do with the Akashic in him. That's why he is contacting me. I got the first thought about the person. Yes, yeah. But I do prefer, and I don't do any longer anything on Facebook like Akashic reading. I do only in private now, because for me it's too much demanding. And when I'm in the session, and I'm sure the same with you, I am in the field, yes, and well, that's the privacy, right?
Yes.
That's the privacy. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm the same way, because like, my chin there, the sign under me is way up under my chin.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so short. But anyways, for me, I like it that they'll give me downloads for them before they come, and then also I can, if I ask, it'll come. So
Yes.
it's almost like having a doorway, just like you're saying. It's almost having a switch. I guess I just never called it a switch, but if you think about it, it's the same thing. And I also won't do.
It is.
It is very private, very sacred. So even when a couple comes together or friends come together, I say it's a private thing, and I don't think that, because not only private for the person who came for the reading, that aspect, you have to respect the aspect that's in that other timeline. It's private, and it might be the last day that they took their breath, and it's very private. And I don't feel like you should have an audience for it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's just my heart talking, you know?
Yes, yes. Same here. Same here. Same here.
Yeah.
It's wow.
Do you find a lot of
it's great. Two Akashic healer and readers are here. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it.
So for me, they will take whatever that person is having trouble with, and they go to the seed of where it began, and they let them see how it happened. They heal it, heal everything involved, release all the energies, cut all the contracts, bring it to the higher timeline, and then it decodes it recodes the DNA to the timeline here. So then everybody in all directions gets the upgrade. So it's just not the person that's sitting there, it's their children, the people that came before them, the people that came after them. And that's what blows my mind. I mean, when you work in the records, you don't realize what a difference you're making in the world and everybody here, because we're all connected.
I think for me it's the humbleness. You know, it's the humbleness. And it's also the release of judgment. Yes, I'm sure it's same for you when you work with Akashic. First, what they teach you is the humbleness and the graciousness. Yes, for each soul, right? Because it's not only the Akashic which I'm talking about, the earthy Akashic, but it's also universal Akashic, and that's the importance now, because so many beautiful souls are awakened to the enlightenment, yes, to the glory of God in them, right? And they kinda forgotten about the universe, right? It's not only, you know, I'm Pleiadian, I'm Arcturian. It's a, well, million, trillions, billions of trillions, you know, possible universes where we were and or we will be, right? So that's the universal. I start working with much more people than I thought I will be. With the universal Akashic, which is really important now. And I'm really blessed to know it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel the same way. Where do you see the Akashic records evolving to? I mean, what do you see happening? I know I see a trend towards the all in the galactic families. And
Yes.
what else do you see happening?
I would say that, well, I think it depends on the person consciousness, right? Of the client consciousness, yes. If it's still very much, I'm a human, I'm the earthy being, yes, we will do only Akashi, no earthy Akashi, yes. But if the person is like ready, yes, to leave the baggage, yes, and move, with the lightness, yes, then it's like the heaven is open. We can do everything, yes, for that person, for the intention, yes. And I believe that's the quest now, right?
Yeah.
Leave the old and go with the light, go with the era of Aquarius, yes, and really be, how to say, really be not spiritual person, but
In your own
notice
power.
self. Yes, yes, yes.
Bring in
Know
the
yourself.
I am.
Yes,
Bring in the I am. I am
yes,
all of this.
yes,
All.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
And we are
yes,
all the same. I am.
yes,
All
yes.
powerful, and so are you. You know?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. It is. Yes, it
That's the
is. It
amazing
is.
part. Because everybody, when you first start out, everybody's got this. Well, hey, Robin, Nicole.
I have a question from the audience.
Oh, okay.
No.
Question.
Yeah. The question is, have you girls, because both of you are Akashic record readers, you both use quantum hypnosis type technologies, I guess if that's what you want to call it. They would like to know about, have you noticed a trend that it's a lot easier to put a person into trance lately?
Yes. Because the energies are a lot higher, and it's easier than it used to be. It used to be you had to go through a lot of healing, a lot of releasing. Sometimes somebody will come to you that just isn't quite ready to travel, and so then they do an angelic healing and help them release a lot of energy. Because the way they do it with me is they take them through and they travel with you, and I like take their hand and I see what they see, and we unravel it together. And and some people get the Akashic records just in knowing. The knowing comes in and they just know it and they tell the person. But I get some of that, but my gift lies in with walking with you through the path. And
so you're finding that you don't have to do the long, what is that thing called that you guys do? The long
induction.
induction.
Yeah, no.
Are you finding the same thing, Alexandra? Oh, she went frozen. I'm glad I came in here for the conversation now because she's gone.
Well, here she comes. She moved.
Here she comes. So you ask her that, and I'm going to leave again. I think she's here.
Bye. Bye, Jeannie Robin.
You're welcome.
So are you, is it easy? Do you find it easier to help people get in the trance? Like maybe 5 years ago.
I think she's frozen again.
Well, just about, maybe I would say even 2 years ago, it was a lot harder to get people in the trance. And I would see everything, and I would just tell them what I was seeing, like a guided meditation, but they would feel, or they would feel it, they would sense it, but they're getting where they actually can, a lot can actually see without doing a lot of practice and meditation. Because I mean, that's where what makes it, the consciousness stretches the more you meditate and practice, and the easier it gets. But I think because the energies are rising so quickly, that here comes Alexandra. So what do you think about that, Alexandra, about the energies being different and people being able to handle trance a lot quicker? What's your thought on that?
Are we talking about Akashic or are we talking about quantum healing?
We're talking about when you're taking someone in to go into the quantum healing, or when you're taking them in. Have you found that you don't have to do the long induction anymore?
No, I don't. I just, for me, session, and I think Robin, because I've had a session with Robin lately, yes, but every session is different. But for me, it's like I start talking, yes, and it's like so fun. I just start talking, yes, and not even 5 minutes later, yes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes later, yes, the person is like, let's say, under, yes.
Yeah.
Because it's not the hypnosis, like, I don't know, I don't remember anything. Maybe you don't remember after the session, yes? But in the session, you are like a part of the quantum, yes, immediately, yes? For me, there is, and I love it. Especially, I love it when people comes like, no, I can't, yes, I'm so stressed, I'm so nervous, I have so much on my mind, I had coffee, I had this, you know, at least, yeah, I can't do it now. No, I'm not ready. Yes, and then like, okay, yeah, and 5 minutes later we have like a beautiful self-manifestation. Yes, and the most wonderful session ever, and I absolutely love it. I'm super excited about the shift, the quantumness, and all the sessions yet to come, and I really, how to say, you know, because the channeling is it's like the one-to-one, yes, and Akashic is one-to-one, very deep healing, but it's me, yes, I channel, I do Akashic, yes, so the person can hear or they see what I'm doing, yes, but in the quantum session, and I'm sure that you agree with me, Bonnie, and well, for me is that the greatest joy, a privilege to see person after the session, like with the smile, with this like this lightness, yes, like I don't know, I saw a God, or I spoke with Yeshua, or I saw, I don't know, Raphael, you know, or I was there, or yeah, and that's like, yay, we did it, yes.
Yeah. So I think like for me, I don't split it out and say quantum healing and Akashic records. To me, it all goes together. It's all one thing. So that's why I think I was getting confused when you were saying, is it this or is it that? To me, it's all one. It's all one because you need the quantum to do the Akashic. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, because yes, you're absolutely right. In the quantum, when you know, the quantum healing experience technique, which I teach, yes, we do Akashic and yes, and obviously, but in the Akashic reading, a specific Akashic reading session, right? That's completely different. It's completely different. Yes.
What makes it different for you? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because everybody's gifts are different. So what makes it different?
Okay. So in the quantum healing session, yes, it's the session like for the intention of the person. Yes, it's very light. It's not. It is deep for the intention, but it's very light. It's more like meditation. Yes, like releasing, absorbing, activation, and all of that. Yes. In the Akashic healing, it's only one session because of Martada, because of Yedin Mother, right? So it's only one session and your Akashic is cleared. So for me, it's very demanding as a person, right? Because I travel with the person to the past and to the future, right? To clear the Akashic. And with our teams, obviously, yes. And after half an hour, usually Martada or Akashi, they ask the person if they have a question, yes, because the clearing already, the healing already occur, right? But persons, you know, sometimes they like to know because they have dream, like, or they remember a lifetime, yes, and
Yeah.
what they need confirmation, and then it's like, okay, do you have a question, right? And then like, well, why do I have what? Why do I see this person? Yes, or why I am connected with this person? Yes, and there is like another breath, yes, and okay, we are just taking a moment and we are bringing it back and we are reading this Akashic for that person, right? The specific question, right?
Uh-huh.
What
I
is
have
the
a question with that. I have a question with that. Okay, so so I'm finding something different. The two of you both work in the Akashic records, and you both work in the quantum field, and you both do hypnotherapy. But it sounds to me like that you guys do it differently. So
yes, and that's the
um,
beauty.
yeah.
Yeah.
So from what I'm getting is that when Alexandra does she does quantum healing, like a hypnosis type sessions, that the person does more of the talking than she does. Right? Is that what I'm getting? Like the person that's going into the session, they do more of the thing, and you're just facilitating, asking
Yes.
questions for them.
Mhm.
And then when you're doing an Akashic read, what you're doing more of the talking, like you go in and is that
Yes. Yes. Yes.
and you give like a account of what's happening. Whereas when Bonnie
Yes.
does it, she does it differently. She doesn't do the questions and answers when she, like normal quantum healing, you would do like you would take them under and then you would get them to their higher self and ask all these questions. I've had experiences with both of you,
Mhm.
so I've done both of your type of things. And Bonnie, she does something very different. She goes into the Akashic thing with you, but the person starts seeing and traveling, and they start seeing things, and then Bonnie is seeing what you're seeing. She has this gift. I
Yes.
don't know what they're doing. She has this way of being able to actually see what you're seeing. Like, for instance, when I had my first session with Bonnie, I
Yes.
went into I had to get rid of a karmic contract that I had from since the times of Atlantis. And Merlin was there, and there was all these. I was in the room with Merlin, and he was giving me directions and having me write this down and that down. And then I was seeing this whole scene in front of me. And then when we got done with the whole session, Bonnie said she saw the same thing. She saw the room, she saw him, the potions, she saw everything that I was seeing.
Well,
That I
see,
was describing.
with the way my guides do it is they have us go in together, and
Yes.
you guide the client guides the whole thing, and I just might ask a question or move us on to the next story or whatever needs to help the
Yes.
healing along. And
Yes.
but it's all about them exploring it and them
Mhm.
finding their own answer for their own heart. It's not me
Yes.
telling them this is what you need to do and this is how you do it. It's
Mhm.
them discovering what their true healing is, because they're the ones
Yes.
that are the true healer of their own heart and
Yes.
soul. And so I just
Yes.
kind of like facilitate it so that it can happen. And then once they figure it out, we go with the guides and angels up to the higher realms and we
Yes.
perform these healings, and then we
Yes.
release. And yeah, it's the same thing, but we just do it in different ways.
Differently. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we just have our way of the way our filters are, the way we were trained with our guides. I mean, it's just, and then I, when I'm doing card reads, I get the knowing, like I get some of the knowings, but I don't go into that too much because I want them to discover their own healing without me
Yes.
telling them about it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's I think it's the first purpose why we do it. Yes, why we do the quantum healing. So people can really experience it. Yes, and people can really know themselves, right? know
Yeah,
themselves.
I
That's the
am.
beauty. That's the beauty.
I am
That's
present.
the
Know
beauty.
thyself.
Yes, yes,
Yeshua
yes. That's the beauty of it.
always
Yes,
says, know thyself, heal
yes,
thyself.
yes,
You
yes,
know,
yes. It's
and
awesome. I love it. I love it.
I do too. And it's really amazing to meet another lady that understands what I'm talking about.
Yes,
That understands the same language, because you facilitate in your own beautiful way, but yet we're
yes,
still doing the same sort of things, you know.
yes.
Really cool.
Helping others. Helping others. That's the beauty. Helping others.
For me,
To empower, yes, to empower.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a therapy for me. They have you, when you're ready, they say when you're ready, that I'm never supposed to tell them to come and do another one, that when their heart feels
No,
ready, they
no,
do another
no.
one. Yeah.
And it's coming. And if we are talking about Akashi, yes, I remember since last year, yes, and also that I was more allowed to say, because I see things, yes, especially because the first thing when they want to know, people want to know what was, right, the past lives, yes. But then they want to know what's gonna happen. It's like, the crystal ball, yes? What's
Yeah.
gonna happen in the future for me? It's like, really, yes, really. But I remember that last year I was able to read like 5-6 months. They allowed me to see 5-6 months ahead of that person. With it was always like, you go this way, or maybe this way, or maybe this way. It can happen, something can change, not specific, but um, some insights what might happen, right? What might happen, which now is only a few days, maybe even few hours, and that's it. It's blocked. I have no access. I have access. I cannot say to this person, yes, that it's gonna happen, right?
Right.
Yeah, and it's sometimes like embarrassing, because they booked a session, the quantum healing, the Akashic reading, yes, and I said, I'm
But the
sorry,
thing
I
is,
have no access to it, but it's all for,
there's too many variables. I mean, like, you can walk
yes,
out the door and go left instead of right, and then you've changed it already. I mean,
yes,
you know,
yes, and
you,
yes,
nothing's ever
and I
written in stone. You can't do that, you know.
exactly, and for me, it's the change, yes, that our guides, yes, I don't know if our guides. I wouldn't say our guides, ourselves, yes. We are more powerful in light now, that we are really creators, the co-creators, yes.
Yeah.
That like our angels, yes, like stepping back and let them decide what they choose. Yes, that's how I see it.
Yeah. And like we have more they're helping us with our shadow work to move things through more quickly, so that we can bring
Yes,
our I am presence down.
it's like this. It's
Yeah.
instant. Don't you think?
Yeah.
It's instant only now. It's not like, oh, I have to do the onion peeling. No, 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 no. You have like a session, yes? I see it. You have 1 session, 2 sessions, 3 sessions, quantum healing, and so like turn over, completely different. I can't
Yeah.
even find the, correct words. Seriously,
No,
like
if
everyone
people
get up, do the sessions, do the
no,
sessions.
if people really understood what
Yeah,
quantum Akashic reads does for you,
it's
they
like
would
this.
immediately do it, because it helps them get so quickly through their shadow work, and
Yes,
their life just changes overnight. And that's truth,
yes,
because every
it's true.
client I've ever had will come back and say, wow, this started happening, that started happening, wow, I can't believe this
Yes,
happened. It's because you've
yes,
taken out the blocks, and you've allowed
yes,
more of your I am presence to come in. And
yes,
it's exciting to watch people grow and be
yes,
happier, and be, you know, empower themselves and be in their own strengths.
yes. Me
That's
too.
the
Me
beauty of
too. I'm super excited. I'm super excited what's coming. I'm really super excited about the shift. Yes, and yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, what are some of the other things that you're doing to help, people with the shift? I
talk.
mean, talking, doing all the, yeah. Keeping an open heart, you know, being able to talk to her compassionately and be kind, and always
you
look
know,
at the other side of the story.
Yes, you know, Bonnie, because I love our connections today. It's absolutely awesome. Thank you for that. Thank you.
I found another sister here.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Sharing space with me today.
Yeah,
but
thank you.
I feel like you know, just being able to talk to people and let them know that they're not alone, that we're here for them. You know, we have a whole community here of people, and just getting it out there that we're all here. We're all here to help each other. That's what this is all about. That's why we created this group, to help people through their ascension and to be able to send their consciousness, you know?
Yes, yes.
To help
And
them
sometimes,
go ahead.
Sometimes, sorry, thank you. Sometimes, you know, it's not about the feedback. Yes, it's the knowing that I know from my experience, yes, when I was at the beginning or even a year ago, yes, a simple talk with my friend, even half an hour, yes, it was very beautiful and profound gift, yes.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, so I really appreciate your time and your invitation, you know, here, because it's important. It's really important.
Yeah.
It is really important.
Yeah, because I mean, we say community, but what is a community unless we reach out and talk to each other, you know? Form relationships and do trades and do circles and share information. You know, that's what community is. We've forgotten really what it really is, because we're all in it. Well, right now during the, you know, the world has changed so that we were all stuck in our houses, you know, and so now we're starting to reach out, you know, starting to come out of our houses and get to know everyone. And we can do that here in the community. All we have to do is, you know, invite people to come in and chat and have a talk with us. You know?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you.
So welcome. So would you like to add anything else today? I mean, where can they find you, and what you're up to? What are you going to do next?
If people want to find me, I think because we are on Facebook, so you can find me on Facebook very easy. Please do. If you have questions to Creating Mother, please contact me. I can channel for you with ease and with joy. And there is something very beautiful coming on the equinox, yes, the spring equinox weekend. Myself and my beautiful friends, Cryon family, our Cryon family, beautiful healers, many different modalities, like really all the spectrum, from astrology, yes, to quantum, crystals, angels, channelers, yes, group of 7 people, yes, we decided not long time ago, we decided to do something for our friends, yes, and it was inspired by Pleiadians and Arcturians, yes, and so we want to do something for our friends, right? So we offered our time on this weekend, right? It's like 7 workshops. Each workshop is different, yes, and every person can join each workshop, right, over 2 days, or pick only one which really resides with them, with the person, right? And I really hope that, well, I don't know what it will bring for the people, for our brothers and our sisters, yes, but it is also for Gaia, it is for Earth, yes, when we get together in the gatherings of the of the light, of the heart, yes, always miracles happen. And that's what I'm counting for, that if it's for free, yes, if someone feels like joining us, please do. Maybe it is for this person's soul. Maybe it's the yearning, yes, I want to do, I want to learn, I want to be, yes. Maybe it will be for the person. So please contact us and please register and be with us. Share the space with love with us.
That sounds really special and exciting.
It is. It
yeah.
is. It is.
Another thing that I wanted to talk to you about before we go, because I have a connection to the Pleiadian mothers and the Lemurians too, and so how did you explore that? How did you come about to know that you have the connections to the mothers like that?
Azores.
Azores? What is that?
Lemuria. Those are Pacific islands. Atlantic Ocean connection. Those are islands that they belongs to Portugal now, right? But it now it is 9 little, very small island. Yes. For example, when I was on the island, it's only 3,000 people altogether. Yes. Yeah. And so you can imagine, right? So I was there, and that was my huge awakening. Yes. And how Cryon was teaching me and Pleiadian Mother were teaching me at the beginning, back then, that the Lemuria was the one continent. Yes, it was not islands back then. It was one continent, and it was Lemuria. So when I was there, I was absorbing the energy. I was working with the ancient teachers of the land, right? Who actually remembered our ancestors, our brothers and sisters back then, and I had lots of visuals, what's gonna happen, yes, and it was empowering for myself, and also with the Akashic masters, yes, from the Azores, yes. So Azores is the connection for many light workers who feel the connection with Lemuria, yes, with Atlantean, the background, yes, the Azores, yes. And that's Cryon, yes, that's Cryon. That's a Cryon energy, Azores, absolutely, yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's amazing. So what was your awakening entail? Did you just all of a sudden have these downloads, or what happened to make you know you were connected?
For me, it's not the downloads, yes, the codes, yes, when I was seeing it, but it was like 5-6 years ago. But now it's, for me, it's here. It's the golden heart, yes, the star, yes, that's my connection, yes. I operate here. It's hard to explain, Bonnie, you know?
I know. I completely understand what you're saying, because
I'm here.
Yeah, we work with the same energies, and I get exactly what you're saying. But it's like everything is in the heart space. Everything is through love and compassion, and allowing things to happen, allowing things to flow. Not always going out there and having to construct everything. It is a little structure is good, but just allowing things to just meander its way to you.
Yes.
And it's hard to do that in this world, because we're always meant to just get out there. They're telling us to get things done. We've always been the harder you work, the harder you get paid, but it's not like that. It's allowing things to come to you, allowing it to make its way to you in a kind and gentle way.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that today is the best example, because since yesterday I felt it's happening, right? I didn't know what, but I knew it's gonna be big, something big. So I just, okay, yes, let's see what next. And I asked Cryon, I asked Marta for the lead, yes. and I just lay down, and then I saw this beam of light, but it was because it was coming from here, you know, in the energy field we're talking at the quantumness, yes, and it was like here, like when you have the flashlight, yes, when you have the flashlight, yes, and so imagine flashlight here, yes, like it was like a green, yeah, like green background, and then boom, the flashlight, yes, everything in light. So that's what happened to me yesterday, right?
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, it was me. Wow. Yes. Wow. Yes. You know, that's natural. That's a natural process, right? But it was the wow again, yes, the wow, yes. And I was like, wow, yes, for over the night and in the morning, and in the morning it was coming down and coming down. So I wanted to do some work on my courses, and it's like I can't do that. I can't do that. I really can't do that. Yes, so it's okay. I will be in the moment. Yes, let's see what happens. Right, like be in the moment. You know, now by now by now. Yes, and then the Arcturian came, and Pleiadian came, and many other light being came, like here, like, you know, all the family, yes. And it was like, I'm home. I'm home. Yes. And then when it stopped, yes, when it's not finished, but when it stopped for a moment, it was the white heart, which I didn't know what even exists. I knew the Holy Spirit came the other day, was channeling Holy Spirit, right? But it's different. It's the white heart, yes, the purity, yes, and it is on earth. It's not in the heaven. It's, you know, or wherever. It's in front of every person. Just tap into it, yes. Allow to integrate with your light body and with your body and with your chakras, yes, and yes, I
Yeah.
love it. I
It's
love it.
it's the Christ heart. It's that higher heart that
Yes,
all the pictures you see him pointing at that higher heart, that's what it is. It's
yes,
that
it is.
connection, that pure white light, pure white
Yes, it's
energy.
home. It's
Yeah.
home. It's another, because I always said I'm home. Yes, I live on heaven on earth. Yes, in heaven on earth, because I do it. You know, when you live in heart, yes, you wherever you are home, right? But this is I'm still integrating it, yes, but it's such a, like, I love myself, yes, I love myself in this white heart, yes, it's beautiful, it's beautiful.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about. It's learning how to take residence in your heart again, learning how to
Yes,
live there again and do everything from that space.
yes,
And
slowly, really slowly.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. And we're all learning that. It's just, not
yes,
living up here, living down here in the heart.
yes,
Um,
yes,
and then when the thoughts of fear and all that comes in, to let your heart have the strongest voice, not your mind.
yes.
It's
And
usually the
then,
other way around. Somebody will decide, judge right away, go, you know what, blah, 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 and say it without even consulting their heart. But now it's getting
yes,
to where the heart says, no, let's look at both sides of the story. Let's see why this person is behaving this way. Let's see it from the higher perspective. Let's let them voice their heart and tell you why this is happening. And then after you might decide, well, maybe there's a better way. Maybe we could do it so we're both happy.
yes,
Maybe we can, there doesn't have to be
yes,
upset. Maybe I don't have
yes,
to see it the way you see it, but we
yes,
also can both be happy,
yes, yes. I
And
think
that's,
it's a brilliant. Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, definitely. And that's what we're learning how to do, is to take
Mhm,
residence in our own heart, which is,
mhm.
it sounds crazy, but none of us have done that. We've lived from up here. That's the
Yes,
way we've been trained since the day we were born, to think about your actions, think about what you do before you do it, not feel it. Your heart helps you feel it. Your heart helps you
mhm.
feel the answer. You feel the actions if you do it. You feel what the other
Yes,
person feels. Yes.
But it's not even about feeling, you know, Bonnie. It's the knowingness, like when you when you have the moment for yourself, yes, just without even thinking, yes, and you know what I'm talking about. It's not the feeling which is talking to you, it's you talking with you, yes. And well, I know when I'm talking with me, like, you have to do that, like, no, I don't have to do anything, yes. So when it's coming to me, you have to do that, it's like I totally ignore it, yes.
Yeah.
But when it's coming like a thought, like a, you know, the something, yes, like, yeah, oh, I might think about it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
different. Yes,
Right.
but that's the new act. That's the change. Yes, of here, not here. Yes, but here that's another story. That's the universe. But here as a human. Yes,
Yeah.
to learn how
You,
to communicate with yourself.
right. And using all
Yes,
your senses and
yes,
including yourself in the conversation instead of always trying to please others, actually understand what your heart needs too.
yes,
Because you're
yes. Thank you. Yes, yes. Thank
just
you. It's
as
so
important.
important.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
That's the hardest thing for us to do is include ourselves. Because we're always trying to please everyone else, especially being mothers, we just do that.
yes,
It's in,
yes,
you
yes.
know, but and then when you start learning, oh, you're supposed to include yourself. What is that? That's a whole different story. We don't even know how to do that, you know.
Yes,
And then we
yes,
start we start learning how to do it, and then you
yes,
start being happier, and that's how you find your joy because you're doing things that
yes,
make your heart
yes,
happy. You know,
yes, yes,
absolutely.
yes,
Wow, this was a fun hour. I mean, it went by
yes,
really, really fast, but it was really
yes.
nice to share our hearts and to communicate like this together. And I thank you so much for coming. Um,
Thank you, Bonnie. Thank
and I
you.
hope you
Thank
have
you
a
so much.
blessed rest of the day. And I,
Yes, thank
I wonder if our co-host is backstage and knows that we're wrapping it up.
you. Hope to. I
Probably
hope
so.
to. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe she's gone, or maybe she's. I don't know. Yeah, maybe she's
We'll
gone.
just keep chatting for a little bit until she shows. There she
I
is.
almost fell asleep. Yes, I'm
Oh
sitting
my
here. Okay,
God.
so are we saying goodbye to everybody
Yeah,
for now?
we're
Yes.
saying bye. Yeah.
Yes.
We've,
We're saying goodbye, and I'm so honored, and I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to all of you
yeah.
for inviting. Yes, me, and that I had a chance to really to share. Yes, and thank you all for who is watching in our now. Thank you. Blessings. Thank
Blessings.
you.
Bye-bye.